Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday to you and also you. I'm feeling supercharged this morning. Time to share that room out in the hallways. We are here on Clubhouse, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. If you want to see my face, tap into either one of those places. You're a superstar from me and Tony with the keys. Good morning, Grand Rising, to each and every one of you. I am Tina, and I'm so excited and grateful to be here today. You are in the one, yes, let me repeat, the number one morning show, Breakfast with Champions, brought to you by the one and only Glenn Lundy. We want to thank him so much for starting and creating this wonderful place to bring so much community. When you to this place, you're going to get motivation, education, and inspiration. We are here Monday through Saturday, 5 a.m. Yep, Eastern. Just left the 4 a.m. room with Shirlene, and she was talking about going backwards to move forwards, which is so, so important, so true. So before we get started, I just want to say good morning to some peeps, share the room out as we're building up. Good morning, Mommy. Come on up to the stage. And I want all of you to know as well, everyone has a seat at table. What does that mean? Everyone has a voice. Everyone can speak. So raise your hand, come on up to the stage and join me. So I want to say good morning, Melvin, Ade, Christina, Mary Lynn, of course, Renee. I have Mommy coming up. Good morning, Veronica. I see Pete, Don, Jane, Andy, Arpet, Fiona, beautiful picture, Fiona. Bella, how you doing, Bella? Regina, Moses, Jabril, Clement, East, Maurice, and I see we have some new people into the house, Selena, Haiti, and Elizabeth. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure that you click that link at the top and join the house. Now, if you're new to Clubhouse, on the bottom left, you'll see a little button. It says, has a 10 on it now, and that's where you can write in the chat. And in there, you want to say good morning. I see Veronica saying, good morning, champions. So excited. Monday is here. Yes, Tony T, welcome to the room. Do you guys remember when Mondays used to be like, oh my gosh, it's Monday? When's the last time you felt like that? I cannot remember, because before Breakfast with Champions, I used to listen to someone called Eric Thomas, and he would start off, thank God it's Monday. And that just motivated me so much. And I guess I transferred to this room. So Mondays are just every other day full of thanks so much for coming on stage. We want to hear your voice. Now, as I said, when you come into this place, you're going to get the motivation. And I want us to get cracking with inspiring other people, because it takes a village, it takes a nation, it takes a lot of people to change the world, right? And I believe one of my gifts that God has given me is to change the world. So I want each and every one of us right now to not just share the room in the hallways, but intentionally click that button at the bottom and click link, this link. You can copy the link, and then I just want you to text it to someone. Yes, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, but there's some people that just need to wake up. There's some people that need to change their mindset, and there's some people that have greater gifts inside of them that they don't even know about. So let's just share it out and give them a text. Think we can handle that, crew? Woo, do, woo, do, woo. Now, I know some of us are still laying in bed. If so, stretch it out, stretch it out. I have something a little different I wanted to share with you this morning. But first, I'm going to do my good mornings and your highlight of the weekend. So my highlight of the weekend is I'm in New Jersey right now. I am in my hometown. I love, 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 love New Jersey. I was actually supposed to come next week, but then my daughter came, so I just kind of changed things around. And I'm that type of person. I love plans. I love organization. But I love being able to move with the ocean as well. So this past weekend, I got to spend time with one of my aunts. And am I the only person that has a family member that you have this family member your entire life, but you really don't hang out with them that much? This was my first time ever actually spending the night at her house. And I felt like a kid all over again. Remember when you used to have sleepovers as a kid? It was amazing. And another thing I like about it is they treat you so well. do you want some tea? Do you want this? Do you want that? I felt like a queen. It was amazing. And then the next day, I went to my girlfriend Sarah's house, who was just so amazing. So that is the highlight of my week, and still going because I'm at my other girlfriend's house now, Marquita. And then I went to my Nigerian friend's. She had a new baby. Her house yesterday. My Nigerian mom. That's what I call her. So I just love whenever I get to travel to Jersey because it's just like beautiful, beautiful. So if you would like to share your highlight of the weekend, just unmic and let me know what you did, what you experienced, and how it changed your life. Go for it. Hey.
I hope y'all had a great week.
Who's this?
Yes. So my highlight of the weekend, speaking of changing the world, y'all know I've been playing a song in my opening when I've been covering for Marvin over the last couple of weeks. So
who is this? Who is this? So everyone knows who this is.
I'm sorry, this is Felicia Shakespeare at the bottom.
Hi, Felicia.
Good morning, Starcina. So long and short, I've been stating that as I've been covering segments in here, y'all know I've been playing the song, We're Here to Change the World, right? And I had a chance to be a part of, Chicago has something called the Chicago Defender. You may have heard of that particular newspaper. Of course, when we were printing papers back in the day, now, of course, most newspapers are on an online format. But the Chicago Defender is a very historic paper here that has covered particularly the lives of African Americans in Chicago for many years. And they have something called the Bud Billiken Parade, which is the 94th parade that they've done in history. And it's the second largest parade in America, to be honest with you. I just found out this weekend. I didn't know that. But it's basically a back to school parade where people from all over the country come here. They have performances. A lot of the children are performing, the high school bands. It's just really a great opportunity. All the governor, the state officials are there. And I had a chance to be a part of that from the behind the scenes for the first time ever. I've always been a participant or someone on the sidelines as far as maybe a vendor or something, but to be in the behind the scenes and actually ride the float with the Obama Foundation was amazing. And I had a chance to see and talk to my friends, Jay Ivy and his wife, the ones who actually produced that song. I always have been alluding to his journey this year of winning his first Grammy. And it was just a great moment. So just had a great time seeing so many people I had not seen. I just decided to do something in Chicago this summer to try to really get back into the city because, of course, COVID changed a lot of things. But it was great to really be out there in this parade and kind of like lived out this childhood dream. But at the same time, see so many amazing folks. So that was the highlight of my weekend. Get to hang out with Jay Ivy and see some of the folks I hadn't seen in such a long time.
I love it. And Fiona, Felicia, I'm about to call you Fiona. You see, think about you, Fiona. Felicia, thank you so much for sharing that because sometimes I think we forget about the little things like just being in a parade or watching a parade because I can't remember the last time, I watched a parade and it's amazing. And something I realized this weekend as well, Felicia and everyone here is I forgot what it was like to just have that different type of fun, like just sitting by the pool and having a glass of water with some lemon, okay, or whatever it is that you drink. But sometimes you forget about that. Anyone else want to share their highlight of the weekend? I would love to hear. If so, unmic, say your name and go for it.
Hey, Tina, this is Ramon. Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
Hey, good morning. Listen, this weekend I was in Dallas doing some volunteer work for my church, and it was just amazing to have our ministry team, our non-ministerial team, or if you call them, and about 300 to 400 people descend in Dallas over planned in 30 days. So I'll stop there, but it was just great. I love project management. I love events, but this had a deep spiritual side to it. So my weekend was hot, like 178 degrees in Dallas, or 278 degrees. I forgot which one it was. But it was so good. My throat's a little sore because, the air conditioner with the air conditioner heat messes that up. But I'm back in the Ramon Ray headquarters. So, Tina, take it away. Thanks so much.
Ramon headquarters, I want to sit here for a hot second because a lot of people will say, well, I don't have time to do this and I don't have time to do that. And you do a badillion things and you actually volunteer. Can you share with us why you volunteer for your church and what you actually get out of it?
I am absolutely certain, Tina, that I am here on earth, that my business is a vehicle for me to enjoy life the way I please and for something that's longer lasting. That's why I'm in business. So I don't wake up in the morning just to be in business. Business is a vehicle to enable me either to just have the basics of life and to do even more. That's exactly why I'm here, and I hope others join me in that.
I love it. And do you guys hear the energy in his voice? I have time for one more. And, I was listening to my meditation this morning and, was talking about the people you surround yourself with is so important. I'm going to play a little something in a minute, but I'd love to hear one more person who would like to share their highlight of the week. And maybe it's not that great. We can just turn it around for you. If so, on mic, say your name. Let me hear you.
I'm going to go. Good morning, Sartina. This is Veronica Atkins. Before I begin, can I first say you are always the highlight of my day and my weekend.
You're gonna make me cry. Thank you.
Everybody that watches you on Instagram knows how much I adore this woman. She has just brought so much life. I think we all will agree. She just brings so much life and light into our day. So let's get the morning segment. The highlight of my weekend was going to the lake with my family, and the highlight of my week is going to be awesome. We're going to be at KWP's event, and I get to meet Stars Tina in person. It's going to be a fun week this week. Hope you guys have an awesome day.
Thank you so much for that. And yes, meeting other people is so important. Welcome to the room, Mary Kim. All right, crew. So we've had about 104 people come through so far. We have 59 in the room so far. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. We just want to keep sharing the love, keep growing. Each one, reach one to teach one, right? So the past 2 months, for my self-care, I've been doing meditation with Deepak. Ramon actually had the pleasure of meeting Deepak. Did he, in essence of energy exuding from his body, what did it feel like standing next to him? Did you feel anything?
Well, when he first approached me, he was wringing his hands kind of like, oh my God, I get to meet Ramon. And I calmed him down. I said, Deepak, life is about living fulfillment. And he calmed down. He said, you're right, Mr. Ray. And we had a conversation. So that's how it felt. That's how it felt.
I'm telling you, we have to get him on a stand-up show, guys. We got to get Ramon in New York on one of those little stand-up shows because he's just too funny. Okay, so I'm going to do something a little different today because it was super, super, super amazing for me this morning. It's about 5 minutes long, but I think it's going to change your day. It's going to and I've been doing his 21-day meditation, but this one just hit a little wonderful today. It hit a little hard. So if you're sitting down or standing, put yourself in a relaxed position. If you're running, keep running. It's okay. Don't laugh at me, guys. Years ago when I was working in Princeton, I worked in Princeton. Princeton's a beautiful town, and I lived in Rahway. So the drive is like an hour. And everyone said, you got to meditate, you got to meditate. So while I was driving, I would play these meditation videos, but you can't close your eyes because you're driving, but it still helped. With that being said, if you're running, close your eyes. If you're laying down, put yourself in a comfortable position. And hello, Ryan, welcome to the space. And whenever I do any type of breath work or morning awakenings, I say, put your palms up towards the heavens. If you feel you need more energy from the universe, you're like dragging and you're like, I need energy, put your palms up so you can get all of God's wonderful energy. And if you feel you need to be grounded because you're all over the place and you need to calm down, put your palms down. And if you're not sure where you want to be or you're okay where you are, put one hand on your heart and one hand on your stomach. And let's just embrace Deepak for a couple minutes.
Welcome to day 5. There is a saying, you are known by the company you keep. And through our environments, we tend to inherit the beliefs of those with whom we spend the most time. These philosophies then become part of our subconscious mind. Though research shows that we function largely with subconscious minds that have been programmed by others, as humans, we have the amazing ability to change past conditioning. We can achieve this by releasing negativity, interacting with like-minded conscious people, enjoying inspirational sights and sounds, and engaging in uplifting activities. In this way, we can develop new positive ways of living and begin to clear the subconscious of all that does not serve us. True transformation is brought about by the two qualities inherent in consciousness: attention or focus, and intention, a clear vision of a desired outcome. Attention energizes and intention transforms. What we place our attention on expands in our lives, and our intention for the object of our attention will orchestrate the forces of the universe to support our desired result. Harnessing the power of attention and intention, you can change your life to reflect exactly what you envision. Entering into the field of all possibilities during meditation allows us to bear witness to our co-creative powers and change any situation in our lives. For instance, if you want to move from where you currently live to be closer to the ocean, then you might envision a 2-bedroom home, 1 block from the water's edge, with a vegetable garden and lawn for the dog. Being specific helps crystallize the vision. When you go into meditation, look at this intention and let it go. Surrender it to the field of all possibilities and allow the universe to correlate the details. You are a radiant, cherished, and deeply loved being, imbued with the seeds of divinity, and possess the power to live a life filled with love, joy, health, compassion, friends, material possessions, and whatever else you choose. Expect and accept this ultimate good and revel in the truth of your resplendent existence. Right now, as we prepare for meditation, let's take a moment to contemplate today's centering thought. Today, I embrace my potential to be, do, and have whatever I can dream. Today, I embrace my potential to be, do, and have whatever I can dream.
I'm going to end it right there, the actual video, because it does go on after this. He just has you there, but love this morning. As I said, every morning I do this before I get out of bed. And it's the attention and intention for me, that one right there, and then who you surround your people with. I would love for someone to unmic and share with me their thoughts, their feelings, what they got when they heard that. And Pastor Jeff, I'm curious of your thoughts, because I know you run that it's not a meditation room, but the music room you run all the time. Unmic and let me hear your thoughts of what you just heard. Or maybe it puts you to sleep. So if it puts you to sleep and you're still relaxing, that's okay. But you notice what they talked about, attention. Attention energizes. And for me, this right here just kind of got me going this morning. I was like, hey, it is time to rock and roll. And then he said intention. Intention has to have clear focus. Are you focused on exactly with what you want to do with your life? that brings me to today's topic. If you notice, I put a link at the top. I'm doing a masterclass in a week, and it all surrounds my Elevate Your Business. Last year, business was so amazing. It was my getting ready for, to step into my excellence. So I did a lot of preparation, a lot of studying, a lot of training. I did a lot of coaching with all sorts of coaches. And by the time November came, I had grown my business so much. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And I love teaching. I love helping. I love giving back. So at the end of the year, I said, all of the things I learned, I want to give back to other people. So I decided to do a summit, a summit. I was going to say masterclass, but a summit. And Mary Kim actually did it with me along with some other people. And Angeline helped with the back end stuff. And this is what happened. This is how you get to the next level in your business, is having clear focus. So we decided that we were going to get all the people that had inspired us to be better, right? And the first person I thought of was Araya McGarry. You may hear her on here. One, she has done a TEDx, something I want to do. She had a podcast, something I wanted to do. She was an excellent speaker, something I wanted to do as well. So I reached out to her and I said, I'm doing this event. I explained everything to her. And she's like, sure, I'll do it. Let's see, who else can we get? And she's sitting there brainstorming with me, and I didn't really know her. I just saw her on the stage here. And she's like, well, let's get Barbara Majeski. And I was just like, I don't know her. She's like, this really big person. And she, we got Barbara on there. And then the numbers just kept growing and growing with the people that we could get into the summit. The summit was December 17th. Woo! Game changer all the way around with everything in my life and my business. And I had different speakers come on. I had one of my favorite motivational speakers come on, Marcus Black. If you've heard Marcus Black, you can hear it from his toes to the top of his head, his energy. And that's what I want to talk about today, is elevating your business. But I want to highlight you because at the top of the hour, I'm going to give you 3 tips. But right now, I want to hear what you may possibly need in your business, because there's many things that can help you transform your business. For example, Ramon Ray has an amazing coaching program on Monday nights. It's called Celebrity CEO. And if you haven't gotten his book, it's a wonderful read. I love books that you get into them and you get the meat and potatoes real quick. Sometimes people just like to talk, wah, 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 but his book gets right to the point. Kind of like the book that I'm doing. It's called Traumedies. And my book that I'm doing, and by the way, it's pre-sale. You're gonna hear me talk about it a lot in the next couple of weeks, because I've been working on this book for 7 years. I didn't realize it until I actually started looking at everything there. And now that I'm near the end, I think I'm getting super scared. And it's like, do I really want to do this? Because I know this book is going to transform so many lives. It's going to help so many people, because I'm sharing the experiences that helped me get through the trauma and the tragedies. And if I would have known all the stuff that's in this book 7 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, life would be so much easier. And that's what we need to do as humans, is to help one another by what we're learning. So I would love to hear from you what your business is, if you would like to share. Look at my Mary Kim there. I see Jackie there. What your business is, and if you need help elevating your business, I can give you tips. And I also want to welcome Samson to the room. Samson is a party popper. Ooh, he's coming up to the stage. Okay, Samson. Party popper means it's your first week on Clubhouse, and we want to welcome to the #1 show here. So, who wants to speak to me about your business, and if you need help with anything? All right, maybe you're all rocking and rolling, which is amazing. I love it. I love it. With that being said, I'm going to share with you some of the things that helped me grow my business. First of all, when you have a business, you have to have a clear focus on what it is that you want to do. And you heard Deepak talk about that earlier, right? When he talked about intention. And I forgot I've got my girl here, Renee, right there on the side. And she's always coming through. I forgot to pull her through. Intention, knowing what it is that you want to do. A lot of people say, I want to start a business. And they say that because it sounds good, right? It's like, I want a business, but do you really want everything that goes with it? Putting in all the wonderful hard work. And for me, I say hard work, but it's just, it's not really work. It's what I feel. It's what comes naturally to me. And then you have to figure out your why. Why do you really want to do this? And really quick, I don't know if you guys know who I am or what I really like to do, because everyone's like, you do a lot. Yes, I do a lot because God has gifted me with that ability. So fitness is my passion, and it goes way, way back to, I guess, when I was a child. And my father, I was a daddy's girl. Do we have any daddy's girl in the building? Put a little D in the chat if you were a daddy's girl. My Big Mac and fries. Yes, I was probably like 5 years old eating Big Macs and fries. And I was such a foodie. I didn't want to leave any food behind. So I would like take the French fries and put them inside the burger. So that's for me, that's why I say, I have these like things of my weight or my issues. My entire life, I've always felt like I was overweight or big, even though I probably wasn't, because I was 5'8" in high school, 130 pounds, but I still felt so big because I was tall. I say that to say I've always been into fitness, always been into movement. And I think the main reason my father passed away in his sleep at 49 from a massive heart attack, something that could have been prevented because I'm sure it was high blood pressure and all that other stuff that made it occur. But that is why I'm so passionate about fitness, about changing the world. And about 2 years ago, 1 to 2 years ago, and it's being in this space, I realized I had more talents, more gifts. And that's where the life coaching came into play. That's where the health coaching came into play. Because each year I like to grow. I like to get better. I like to learn new things and share those with other people. So now I'm not only a fitness professional, I'm a life and health coach and traumatides. That's my specialty. No more traumatides. Can you do me a favor and type that in the chat? And some of you are like, she doesn't know what she's saying. Good morning, Linnell. Traumedy is no such word. No more traumatides. A traumedy is when the energies of a trauma and a tragedy collide together. When these two energies come together, ooh, baby, life changes. It changes drastically. And I've mastered, okay, I'm not going to say mastered because that's like high up there. I'm really good at understanding how to push through the pain. And that's where this book comes from. So being that that's my specialty, I work with women that need help pushing through. Now I see some info in here in the chat, so I want to read it. I see Israel says, I don't know if I'm into the right business. I feel what I'm doing have a slim chance for growth and expansion. I don't know if I'm to change or keep pushing. Okay, why don't you unmic, Israel, if you'd like to chat? Because I'd love to chat with you, because I know how it is when you're thinking what you're going to do and it's like, where do I go? Are you able to unmic, Israel? If you're not, I'm just going to a straight answer that can support you and help others as well. Sometimes when we're doing business, things change, right? And it could be because you grow. For example, I love fitness, right? I teach classes, I personal training, all that great stuff. But then I realized I need more. I want more. So what you can do, Israel, is pretend you have an onion, all right? And what is it that you do, and then figure out why, and then peel it down. For example, me, fitness, I peeled it down. I want it to look good. Peel it down again. I want it to look good in clothes. Peel it down again. I want it to feel sexy. I kept peeling my onion until I got to the center. And I realized the main reason why I want to do fitness is because so many people are sick, or they can't go upstairs, or they're dying from diseases that can be prevented. That's the main reason why I do what I do. But then I realized it's deeper than that. There's people who may look fit on the outside, but in the inside, they're hurting. They have so much pain. And most people like to start with the exercise, because for me, I don't know about anyone else on here, sometimes when I'm working out, you can't tell if it's sweat or if it's tears, right? It's like, I got to get it out. You got to share that story and get it out. So if you're not really sure what your business is, you can definitely give me a call, go to my Instagram, and you'll see a spot there for a discovery call, or go to this masterclass. In the masterclass, I'm going to dive through all the ways of how to elevate your business. Well, not all the way. It's going to be a little snippet. It's not the whole thing, because I'm actually prepping for a group coaching program, and I do one group coaching program a year, and it's going to start in September. And I realized I can't be all over the place. I have to really be very particular with my time, very particular with my energy, with the people I surround myself with. So this masterclass will give you an opportunity to see if we mesh, if you like, what I'm giving you. And here in this class, I'm going to share my secrets that got me where I am today, which is so great. I love it, love it. I don't know if you realize that speaking is something that I love to do because I feel my voice transforms how I feel. It changes the energy of the universe. So make sure you sign up for that masterclass, Israel, and we can definitely tap in.
Good morning, stars.
Hey, Jeff.
How are you this morning?
Feeling great, wonderful, and amazing.
Wonderful. I was pulling my teeth. Somebody said, pulling your teeth. Well, pulling with my coconut oil when you asked. And I want to share with you what I did this weekend. I was traveling. I got to see some folks. I talked to Rodney Hatfield, and he shared a book with me I want to share with everybody. Tina, you've got to read if you haven't read it. Life Force: How New Breakthroughs in Precision Medicine Can Transform the Quality of Your Life and Those You Love, by Tony Robbins. I am elated. I can't get enough of it. So you've got to read it.
You got to put it in the chat because that was a long title, Pastor Jeff. I started writing.
Life Force, Tony Robbins.
Well, you said a lot more than that when you said it. You said life form, blah, blah, blah.
That was the subtitle, How New Breakthroughs in Precision Medicine Can Transform the Quality of Your Life and Those You Love. And when I get a good book, I love to share it with everyone. I shared it with my congregation on yesterday. I'm telling everybody, if you haven't read it, get the book. I listened to the audio, then I ordered the Kindle that I sent to my sister so we can start using some of the methods that they have in it for Alzheimer's, because my mom is in a facility and she's been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. So we'll see if some of these things really work. It can reverse the aging and reverse Alzheimer's. I'm super dope, but it's 5:31, so we can bite back to you.
Yes, thank you so much for that, and sending love and light to your mother. So guys, it's the happy part. What time it is, right? It is time to make some noise. It is time to reset, because I'm filming for the wonderful, the amazing Glenn Lundy this morning. And I have a wonderful video I wanted to play of Glenn and I talking. Ramon actually recorded it when I was in Vegas, but there's too much background noise. So I'm going to have to clean it up. And next week I will, I'll play it because it's just not ready for you yet, but it's okay. So we have to reshift right now. We have to elevate our mindset. We have to elevate everything in this. I'm the buyer, okay? So on my count, let's do a wonderful share. We have 75 here. Let's get 100. And if you hear me each week, I say each week we want to keep adding and adding. So by the time September, we're in August. Yes, we're still in August. So by the time September comes, we're getting like 200 people in this room for when Glenn comes back in here. So I'm going to take the bottom. We're going to share it in the hallway. Let's all give it a click. And I want to thank everyone who has shared it. So I want to begin by sharing the quote of the day. If anyone here has the journal, the planner that Glenn has every morning, there's a quote at the top. And today's quote says, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." Let me repeat that again. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. And that's by Heather Rowland. Very nice. Heather, Renee, since I didn't get you in earlier, I would love your thoughts on that quote right there. I love it because no one can do anything. I hate when people say, well, such and such made me mad. Well, such and such made me angry. No, you are in control of how you feel. You are in control of your actions. Be accountable for everything. Renee, what are your thoughts with that quote right there?
I absolutely love that, because I used to hold my emotions based on other people's reactions. I since learned that I cannot be a people pleaser, that I have the one that I need to please is my own self, and be authentic, and the people who are supposed to be in my circle naturally will be there.
Ooh, I like that last part. Did you catch that, guys? She says the people that are supposed to be there will naturally be there. And those that aren't, they're just going to drift off to the side. So thank you so much for that, Renee. So as I mentioned, today I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to elevate your business. I'm going to check this chat to see if anyone's here sharing any questions. I will get wonderful. That's Chris. All right. I'm just going back. I hear someone miking. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's PJ, and I absolutely 100% agree with what Renee said. And Tony, my new best friend, Tony Robbins, look what he says, Stars Tina, is that we have to check our emotional home. And as you said, people can't make us feel anyway. It's our emotional home that takes us to wherever we go when we're comfortable. So I agree with you. We need to stop putting our feelings on other people, recognize our own emotional home, and change it if we like. Just like you remodel your home that you live in, you can remodel your emotional home. Back to you, Stars.
Ooh, PJ, you got to put that in your book. Just like you remodel your home, right? Anyone here move their furniture around a lot? My girlfriend, she's always changing her bedroom around, painting a different wall. And I guess it's to change the energy, right? And you can do the same thing with your body by getting up. Maybe you change the type of exercise you do. Maybe you go for a run every morning. Okay, change it up. Maybe do some squats one morning. Maybe you do some pull-ups, whatever. I love what Felicia here for that, Felicia. Felicia said, and I have to scroll back, my theme this year is creating a brand to change the world. I'm converting that into a program. Alicia, I am loving that right there. Would you like to share a little bit about that before I continue?
I've been sharing that on Wednesdays as I've been covering for Marvin Reed. Yeah, so the theme is, again, I've been talking a lot about personal brand development. And I think a lot of times I always say this, before we can change the world, we need to change the world around us, right? That's just something I live by. And I think a lot of times we're reaching far, but I think a lot of times we need to just reach within and just look around, right? For lack of a better term, because the world is around us every single day. We're in the world, we're walking in the world, we're in our own world. And I always think about the fact too, if you could visualize the fact that when you go out today, you will literally walk out your door, take a path that no one else will take. Why? Because why? You are you, and you're going to be involved with individuals. You're going to interact with people. You're going to interface with folks you've never probably even seen before. And there's something that you can do to make a difference in their lives. So I just think, again, a personal brand has a lot to do with our identity, who we are, and how we move as far as in our purpose. And of course, realize, the impact we can have on the lives of others wherever we are. Even in the book, I talk about this, and I'll close with this. Many times, we want to kind of, I would say, categorize or, make certain people, elevate them, where in essence, there's something that you literally are just as valuable doing in the world. No one can do it like you can do it. And I just think we have to really set up more, stop everybody else above and start realizing, guess what? God gave me something. There's something really that he created me to do. And if I can really become the best of myself, I'm only going to be competing with me to be a better me. So that's all I want to say.
Okay, Felicia. I feel like I'm talking to a sister right here, meaning like a real sister. Anyway, we are so aligned with everything you're saying right now. So changing the world. And I saw something I love Instagram. I love pictures and videos. And I don't know if you guys see what's happening in Hawaii. They were showing like the fires or whatever, just how we're not promised tomorrow. Embrace every moment, embrace the people around you. Get into the topic. Here we go, crew. Okay, number 1. Right now, I'm going to share 3 tips of how you can elevate your business, no matter what type of business you said you have. And like Felicia just said, you may say, well, I don't have a business. I don't know what my business is. You are your business. You are your brand, whether you're a mother, a cousin, a teacher, a social worker, whatever it is that you do, you are your business. And you do have a gift that it's in your mind. And sometimes we as humans, we're just moving and moving and moving, not being still. Take a little time to just breathe, to pray, to tap in to what God is giving you. You know, we all have values, your core values. I got this from Adam Smith when he spoke in Dallas. Core values. Some people say, oh, I've got core values, and you can't find them and you don't remember. So every day I make it a point to say my core values. And now I'm like, I'm going to write them down, because even though I say them, sometimes it's not there. The first one is loyalty, being loyal to who you are, being loyal to what you say you're going to do. The second core value I have is hard work, consistently. All right. 3, faith. And I'm tapping into my faith more and more. And for me, I did something the other day, and it wasn't embarrassing. I was nervous. One of my friends, you know, I could tell she really doesn't do much when it comes to like praying and that sort of stuff. And I was like, okay, Tina, are you going to say anything? And I just started the conversation, you know, about praying and prayer and faith and that whole thing. And she was like, you know, she shared stuff that happened in her childhood, you know, and I realized some people just shy away from the conversation because it's scary. And I felt so good afterwards. And she was like, thank you for saying that, Tina, because some people need that. So faith, not just for yourself, but for others, because that's how the world's going to be a better place, right? And the last one, high energy. I'm not as loud as I am because I'm in my friend's house and everyone's upstairs sleeping, but I'm motivated. I'm going for a run to Rahway Park after this. So I'm like, psyched. But those are my core values. What are your core values? Do you know what they are? Maybe you don't have any. Maybe you make some up right now. Let me see them in the chat if you know what your personal core values are for your life. Because when it comes to your business, it's so important. And then what stands strong for you with that? For me, my pillars, super simple. Mindset, heart set, nutrition, exercise, and resilience. All of those I deal with all the time. And then I top it off with what my main thing is now: mind, body, and soul awakening. It's a journey. It's a lifestyle. All right. And you want to enjoy every single moment. So as you're elevating your business, as you're elevating who you are, there's 3 things. And the first thing you want to do is refine your brand and unique selling proposition. That's the first thing you want to do. Refine your brand. 1, clearly define what sets you apart from other coaches, other businesses. Unmic and share. I would like to know who feels that they are different in their field, and not Felicia, because I'm loving my Felicia, but I want to hear from Jackie. Jackie, are you able to speak, Mama? I know Coach. I see Monica blinking. We love Monica. Go ahead, Jackie.
I was away for a moment. Stars, I'm sorry. What was the question?
No worries, Sunshine. No, we're talking about refining your brand, and I know, because I've had the opportunity to, you know, work with you side by side. And we're talking about elevating your business. And I said, one thing is you have to set yourself apart from other businesses. What would you say sets you apart from other businesses?
You know, one of the things I'm doing right now, especially in my new movement I'm doing for this nurses called Nurse Moves, you know, it's going to truly set me apart, because I even did research on this and what nurses have been out. I think what's really sets me apart, first of all, number 1, is that I experienced that. And, you know, I think you really can't tell the story. You really can't be the brand unless you've experienced it. And I have. And the fact that I can be genuinely supportive to these nurses because I'm a nurse and I've experienced a burnout, I understand. You know, it's one thing to understand how to take care of patients, but when you've been a patient as well, you understand how they feel. So I think the thing I'm having that I set me apart, what I'm doing, is that my genuineness and true sincerity toward supporting nurses during this time. We're losing so many nurses in the field of nursing. So I think it's be important for me. And the fact that I am making first, and I think they are really going to appreciate that, because even though hospitals or whoever, they have different systems and programs to help nurses, but to really put them first at the end of the day, they have to feel valued. And I think that is what I'm going to bring to the table. I think right now, even with other hospitals and facilities are asking me to come in and meet with them to provide that information for them, I think that's going to be major. So I'm looking forward to doing this. I'm really excited about it, Stars. Back to you.
I am so excited that you have such a clear definition of who you are and the difference in you. because that's what's going to make you stand out. You have that confidence. If you really don't know what makes you different than anyone else, it makes it super hard. Maria, I'm not sure if you're able to unmic. Maria is an amazing soul that I had the opportunity to meet. And are you looking at? I saw blinking mic. Go ahead and speak, who's ever trying to.
Hey, it's Babs, the international vocal coach. How you doing, Tina?
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, before I run into this gym, because you know how loud it gets in here. First of all, good morning, and thanks so much for the topic and the thought for the day as we are doing our morning fives this morning. So I'm over here if I can fit this part in. But when you say what makes you distinctful and who, what separates you amongst the thing, when they're like, oh, that's the international vocal coach, all you do is singing. I deal with voice. You open your mouth every single day, and how you open your mouth and how you prepare yourself for the day sets the tone for your day. If you are a speaker that you know speaking and singing, have a relative niche together, because you're using many of the vocal exercises. In order for Ramon to be talking like that, he has a natural knack of speed racing, but you can understand him articulately of everything he has to say. Everyone doesn't have that type of tenacity to be able to go and flow like that. But then again, everybody has a different style of speaking. I help you to become the best version of you. So when I start to do things, they're individualized, but yet even though you're learning it in a group, you start to become and understand your own form. So you learn who you are. So I maximize your voice to the potential that you want it to be. I land my mic.
Okay, Babs, you got me, girlfriend. You made me think of Eddie Murphy and Jamie Foxx. Why do you think I thought of them, Babs?
I have no one of them is like one always assists the other, I guess.
Because they can sing. Oh, go ahead. Who's gonna say that?
Oh no, I was just saying, Tina. Oh, I know where you're going with this. I bet. So I was just.
Yeah, when you were you talked about Ramon. I think Ramon can sing too, but he's not going to claim it. But being able to use your voice, and Jamie Foxx can sing. You know, he's had an album. Eddie Murphy, and they're actors, and they're using their voice all the time, so they know how to use their vocal tones. What are your thoughts on that, Babs? Am I onto something or no?
Absolutely. And the thing is, when you find your own rhythm, you can dance to your own parade, which is what goes back to I can't even think of what it is for the but where the person was trying to claim, when they figure out who you really are and you enjoy who you are, it's so much better for you to be able to stand, sing, to stand, to speak, because you're not trying to be the other person. You find your own flavor, and then you're able to walk in it, and then it can, before you know it, it blows by because you're enjoying your own parade.
Hey, girl. Hey, she's got it, guys. That is the number one tip today for elevating your business. Refining your brand and your unique selling proposition. What makes you stand out? We just heard from Babs and Coach Jackie. My unique selling proposition is that I can turn the traumedy, something that's absolutely horrible, and turn it around so you feel amazing with high energy. That's what makes me stand out with my coaching. Number two, create valuable content and engage with your audience. All right. I love Instagram. I love social media. There's so many different platforms out there, from Facebook to LinkedIn, TikTok, whatever. Find out what floats your boat. Also, consider offering webinars, workshops, all sorts of resources. If you click that link at the top, as I mentioned, you get free access to my masterclass, which is going to be a game changer and life changer for you. That's actually how I met my girl, Veronica, who's amazing. Veronica, what do you, and she's coming this weekend. You know, we're going to Kim Walsh Phillips event. I'm so excited about that. And I wanted to mention the people that I've met over the years in person. You know, of course, I met Ramon at the very first one, TM, Mindy, Dale, Blessing, clients I've gotten from going to in-person events. It just changes the energy. And the crazy thing is, some people would say, well, I don't want to meet new people. I'm afraid to meet new people. I don't know this person. Like when we went to our event in Dallas, we had an Airbnb, and it was probably like 7 of us, and none of us had met before. And then some people were like, well, I'm scared, I don't know, but it was like magical. So you have to have that little bit of faith when it comes to meeting new people and going to events. Who would like to share their thoughts on going to events? If you've ever done it, if you have questions, concerns, comments, if you're scared, I would love to hear your thoughts on going to in-person events or things like that.
Hey, Tina, it's Maria.
Hey, Maria. Maria, I was talking about you before, Maria. Tell everyone your unique selling proposition, because I know what it is.
Oh, wait, can you tell me?
Maria is a realtor, and she makes sure that people don't get into homes they can't afford. Did I say it right?
Oh my gosh. Yes. I didn't even think of that.
You said it all the time.
It's true. I do say it all the time. I do. Yeah, I don't, because I was in foreclosure. And I just don't believe in maxing out people's pre-approvals. Like if they're approved for $600,000 and they're not really comfortable with that monthly payment, I just feel like, all right, let's find you something for $580,000, and then you can buy the shoes, and then you can go on that in-person event. Yeah, I just don't believe in selling a home for me to make the money. I believe in selling a home for the buyers so that they can live life and make their dreams come true by owning a piece of the earth, because I just, everyone should be a homeowner if they can or when they can. So thank you for reminding me that.
Yay. No, you didn't pop on to say that. What were you popping on to say? I interrupted you.
I love you. In-person events are special. And this year I couldn't go to any of them. But I just feel like meeting the voice, the person, meeting the relationship you build on these clubhouse roads, meeting them in person, hugging them, because the love is already there. You learn more because you're present, you're taking notes, you're writing things down, and then the experience makes everything so much more able to call back. You're able to apply it better. I'm looking at faces of people that I've met in person, and if I didn't go to the events, I wouldn't have the relationship that I have, as though they are like, really, you guys are like my family. I'd rather be on Clubhouse sometimes than actually, just go out for a random dinner and just talking random things. The conversations aren't the same with people that I met here on Clubhouse. It's a more profound way of living, like to in-person events. The energy is something you take home with you, and it lasts so long and motivates you for such a long time.
I agree with you so much, and thank you for sharing that, Maria. And it's funny, you're right. I was having a conversation with someone, and they were looking at me like I had 3 heads. I was talking about my book, and I'm excited because we have the cover. We just changed the cover, and they're looking at me like, okay. And it was like Chinese talking, and I don't understand Chinese. So it's great to be around like-minded people. With that being said, we're going to move on to tip number 3. If you're just coming into this space, I'm Stars Tina. I'm sharing 3 tips to elevate your business. The first one we said, refine your brand and your unique selling position. The second one we said, create valuable content and engage. I'm sorry, we said networking events. I clicked it wrong. Networking and collaboration. And then the third one that we want to share here, because I kind of said them out of order, so please forgive me. It doesn't matter. I'm not like is creating valuable content and engage with your audience. If I said that before, I'm sorry, guys. I'm all over the place with my notes. Networking and collaboration. So consistency is super important, and patience Patience is so very important when it comes to building your business. If you want to be successful, you have to continually keep working and doing what you're going to do. When you show up on a consistent basis. For example, I'm here Mondays at 5 a.m. every Monday, and I love it. I get so excited. The night before, I'm like, okay, what am I going to talk about? And then when the morning comes, I get up at 4, and then that changes. But it all has to do with the same thing, right? Running your business and being successful with it. So let me wrap up the 3 so we can close out and I can hear from you guys. Today, I said, number 1, refine your brand and unique selling proposition. 2, create valuable content, whether it's on Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you are, your favorite place. My favorite place is Instagram, whatever floats for you. And then the last one, networking and collaboration. Collaborating is so important. I'm preparing for my summit for December. I told you I did it last year, and this year I'm like, well, do I want to do it in person, like a little small something? I'm not sure, but I'm definitely excited about it. And then maybe you're not able to go to in-person events. Well, then go to the virtual events because they're just as good if you're totally engaged. Like I said, the masterclass I'm having this weekend, we get into your personality. We get into what it is that you want, whether you need a workshop, whether you need a 3-day boot camp, whether you need a little extra motivation, whatever that is for you. So, and getting feedback from other people as well, because you don't know what you don't know. You can't see the outside. That's why I love people sharing, well, you were kind of down this day. Well, you could have used more energy here. Well, I need more information. So very important. And with that being said, I am just grateful that we're here today. We have 97 in the room. I see more people coming through. Health Wells, my woo girl. How are you doing with your dreams? With your dream campaign for the month?
I am doing so great. I did my first Books in the Hood distribution this Saturday. So when I tell you dream came true already, that was a big deal for me to be able to put Books in the Hood and collaborate. Speaking of collaborations, I collaborated with a back to school event, and I have never seen kids more excited to get some free books than I did this past weekend. So I am super stoked, and I'm excited for us to continue and to exceed our goal of 1,000 books in December. So I'm super excited. I am on fire, and today's the first day of school, so ready to go.
Does she sound excited, guys? You know what? Health, I forgot another reason why I came to Jersey. Someone's unmiking. Go for it. I thought of it.
Hey, it was me laughing, but I'm glad that you gave me the floor. I've been in here a little while, but this has been great, Stars Tina. I did not know that you and Veronica are going to be at Kim Walsh Phillips' event. I'm going to be there to meet you both. This makes me so happy. But yeah, I love in-person too, y'all. I am all about in-person stuff. I have not been able to travel and for me, I still have to be very careful during COVID for immunological reasons. So I am so excited to meet more people from Clubhouse. I always love meeting my Clubhouse folks and giving people hope they're open and seeing people's expressions and faces versus these little faces and all of that. So this is so exciting for me. Yeah, I'm so excited and just love hearing who else is going to be there. I know Trisha's going to be there too, and every time I keep
oh my gosh, I didn't know Trisha was coming. So check it out. I have to text Trisha because I do have her number. But we're doing a little brunch before Maria's right. Yeah. Oh my God, it's gonna be a girls' party.
You're gonna be there. Oh my God.
Dr. Jeannie's going as well.
These are all of my favorites. So this makes me so excited. God is so amazing. I am so excited and I'm getting emotional because, for me, in-person stuff it's just so important. I get the whole thing about, do virtual if you can. But for me, that human touch, the hug, is something that it's vital for me. So I'm just grateful to get to meet you guys.
I'm so excited. Yes. So make sure you hit me up in the back channel because, like I said, we're going out to brunch before the event. And I did want to mention, I hear a mic. Go ahead.
Hey Stars, it's PJ, and as I've been listening to your segment, I realized that perhaps some of our friends here could use some coaching in identifying where you selling proposition. You know, as I listened to Jackie share what she does with nurses, the perspective that she comes from, she is a nurse that puts nurses first. As you shared with Maria, Maria is not selling real estate. Maria is putting people in homes where they won't go broke. And so that whole idea of the unique selling proposition, what is it that you do different? Tina, you do fitness. Other folks do fitness. But what is it that makes you unique is that you take the low energy of Traumedies and turn it into fueling energy to maximize and reach your goals. So I think you hit on something there. Right back to you. Oh, in-person events. I went to Atlantic City this weekend, well, all of last week for the National Disabled American Veterans Conference. Then I drove to Columbus, Ohio, where I, in person, had dinner with Greg, the Big Dreamer Walker, and went to see the King Tut exhibit. And I'll stop for there because your segment's almost over, but I really think you hit something there.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. So important. And I just wanted to highlight again, thank you, Health, for the reminder. Another reason why I came to New Jersey is, if you know, last year I was on a mission to collect 300 pairs of sneakers to Nigeria. I had to actually get the sneakers from the one location, and we're starting to pack them up because my daughter and I will be taking them to Nigeria. One of the goals that I've had, inspired by my nonprofit. So I am so grateful to be here. I am Stars Tina. Click that link at the top and join me this Sunday for a masterclass. And if you're not able to make it, it will be recorded. Just leading up to my group coaching. As I said, I do that once a year. I'm your Traumedy life and health coach, that person that's going to take you from good to great to amazing. And I'm here to tell you, no more Traumedies for you or you. I'm so glad to turn the mic over to Mary Lynn. Are you ready, Mary Lynn? Are you ready? Are you ready?
I am ready. I'm just trying to see why my link isn't working.